Hi students, in the last class we discussed about Jainism and Buddhism, the sources to know about Jainism and Buddhism, and the causes for the origin of Jainism and Buddhism. Now we will see both these religions separate. What is Jainism? The doctrine of the Jains were preached by saints or acharyas called Tirthankaras. Jainism was existed even before centuries. There were those people or sannyasis who taught Jainism were known as Tirthankaras. 23 Tirthankaras preceded Mahavira. Preceded means before Mahavira there were 23 sannyasis were Jain sannyasis were there. The first Tirthankara was Rishabhadev and the 23rd was Parshvanath. Keep it in mind. Now we will see in details about the short biography of Vardhamana Mahavira. Mahavira was the 24th and the last of the Tirthankaras. He made Jainism popular and systematic. That's why Mahavira is considered as the founder of Jainism. I said Jainism existed even before centuries, but with Mahavira, Jainism became more popular and more systematic. That's why he is considered as the founder, the father of Jainism. And now what the history? Mahavira was born in Kundagrama near Vaishali in Bihar in the second half of the 6th century BC. His father was a chief of Kshatriya clan and his mother Trishala belonged to the royal family, and you can read this. Almost his story is almost same like Lord Buddha. You know the story behind Lord Buddha. Now preachings. What are the main preachings of Mahavira? After becoming the Jina. Jina means what? There is one word called a Jina. One who his followers came to be known as Jina. He can substitute all desires. That means a person who overcome all desires, who overcome all his desires and purely becomes a sannyasi, he can be called as a Jina. The meaning is the conqueror, one who conquers all his desires. So after becoming Jina, Mahavira spent his life in preaching. He gave his first sermon in Mount Vipul, situated in Rajagriha, the capital of Magadha. He was now a Kavalin, all-knowing. All-knowing means one who knows about everything, equal to God. He had a large number of followers. He preached at various centers like Avanti, Kosala, Anga, Mithila, etc. Then main teachings of Jainism. Jainism did not accept the authority of the Vedas. Jainism preaches 5 vows. It is said that only the 5th vow was added by Mahavira. The main teachings of Jainism is based on 5 vows, 5 pledge or 5 promises. What are these 5 promises? First one, a Jina or Jain should follow ahimsa, non-violence. Asteya, he should not steal. Then one is not willing to lie or not possessing any property and keep chastity. These are the 5 vows. First one is ahimsa. Second one is don't kill anyone. Third one is don't lie, don't possess any property, and last one is keep chastity. Chastity means don't have a marriage life. That is called. This is the main 5 vows or 5 promises a Jain should take. Jain means especially Jain sannyasi. Then 9 truths. Beside the 5 vows, there should be 9 truths are there. What are 9 truths? You can see in the 3rd paragraph of that. A Jain should follow these 9 truths. What is these 9 truths are? Central place in the philosophy of Jainism. 9 truths are Jiva, living things, non-living things, result of good deeds, Pab, sin, Ashra, good deeds, Sanvar, hindrance in the way of karma, Bandha, bondage, Nirjara, destruction of karmas, and Moksha, salvation. This is how our life goes through. Living things, non-living things, good deeds, sin, good deeds again. Okay, result of good deeds, Sanvar, hindrance in the way of karma, Bandha, bondage, Nirjara, destruction of karmas, and Moksha. Just learn all these 9 truths, that's all. Okay, then there are the doctrines of Jainism. Okay, what are the main content? 3 Ratnas. Mahavira preached that the ultimate goal of man is to attain freedom. Okay, that means moksha. It can be obtained by following 3 Ratnas or 3 jewels. What is right faith, right knowledge, and right conduct. How to attain moksha? One should have right knowledge, right faith, and right conduct. Okay, and how to get this? Okay, how to get this? To acquire correct knowledge, they have to listen to the sermons, preachings of Tirthankaras. They have to listen to the preachings of Tirthankaras. Then next doctrine is karma. What is karma? Karma is same. You know about karma, what is said in Hinduism. Whatever action we do, okay, or we are responsible for our actions. Whatever action, or we are responsible for the action. Karma means action. We are responsible for the action what we do. Then next, equality. Mahavira has laid stress on equality between men and men as well as between men and women. So he gave priority to the equality between men and women and men and men in the society. It means all living beings are equal. Then eternal soul. Mahavira believed in the immortality of the soul. He said that body dies but not the soul. What is immortality, eternality, eternal? Soul never dies. Soul moves to one place to another. Body is only a place to live for the soul. Body dies but not the soul. Okay. Then salvation. Like the Hindus, Jains also believe in moksha. That means after death, the soul reaches to God. Okay. Then again take rebirth. This can be achieved by only by leading how can you achieve that moksha? By leading a austere life based on non-violence and self-denial. Okay, so how to get that? Right faith, right knowledge, and right action. Then belief in penance. What is penance? The solutions for your sin, papa. Jains believed in penance, to die in starvation, called sandara. So you have to do something to solve all the problems or the things or the problems caused by your sins, your papa, your mistakes. Okay, what it is? Penalties. What is penalties? So it gave more importance to penalties. That means the penalties followed by the Jains were very tough penalties, because you see, it's a die in starvation, bina khana ke bhook ki marna. Okay, that is one method, and there were a number of methods. Then about the spread of, already we discussed about the doctrines of Jainism. What is 3 Ratnas? Then doctrine of karma, doctrine of equality, eternal soul, salvation, and belief in penance. Spread of Jainism. So we can say Jainism, at the time Jainism became very popular because of, already we said, in the society, in the Indian society, there were a number of problems. The people were not ready to accept the Hindu rituals and rites. So what did they moved to Jainism, because it was a simple religion which was not given much importance to the rituals and sacrifices. So the people attracted towards it. Now the spread of Jainism, when we speak about, means mainly it is spread all over India because of some royal patronage. What is known as royal patronage? Royal patronage means many kings followed this religion. So as a result, the people followed. Example, Lord Mahavira founded monasteries in various places, and in South India Jainism was patronized by Rashtrakuta and Chalukya kings. And dominant religion in the Karnataka, Jainism spread in Odisha, Rajasthan and Gujarat because many of the kings accepted the religion, so that the people also began to accept. Then Causes of the spread of Jainism. Why did Jainism spread all over India? What is the reason? First one, local dialect. Okay, what is local dialect? Local dialect means the teachings of Jainism was mainly in the Prakrit language. They did not follow Sanskrit, but some of the books were written in Sanskrit language, but the main teachings were, they taught their sermons, their teachings, their preachings were mainly in the Prakrit language. Then royal patronage, as I said, many kings followed this religion. Okay, Chandragupta Maurya and Chalukyas, Rashtrakutas, there were Kalinga rulers of Odisha, and helped. And all these, because as I said, when the king does, the people follows. Then saints. There were many devout saints. There were very sannyasis were there who taught, who spread the idea of Jainism all over India. Even not only in India, some other nations also. Appeal to the people. People found the religion attractive as it was based on austerity, simplicity, and spirituality. Okay, it gave importance to the your way of life, not in any rituals, not in any sacrifices you do. Okay, it gave importance to the your way of how you live. Okay, so we discussed here the reasons for the spread of Jainism. One is local dialect, royal patronage, saints, and appeal to the people. So it became very simple to the people. It was a simple religion. Then division of two sects. So Jainism was divided into two categories, that is Shvetambaras and Digambaras. What is Shvetambaras and Digambaras? What is this? Shvetambara means the white class led by Stula Bhadra. They remained in Magadha. They wore white clothes and covered their faces with a small white cloth to avoid killing of tiniest insects or germs that might enter the nose while breathing. They fasted but did not believe in extreme penance and austerity. Okay, what? They wear white clothes and even they cover their face. Why they cover their face? Because even small insects do not enter into the nose because it may die. So such extreme level of non-violence they observed. Okay, but they did not believe in extreme levels of penalties like fasting and dying. Such kinds of penalties they did not believe. What is the second one? Digambaras, Bhadrabahu. They were extreme. They were very extreme. They did not wear clothes. What is the reason for they were not clothes? They said that when we wear clothes, we need to wash it. When we wash, it may kill the germs that is in the clothes. So they don't wear clothes. And they were very extreme in penalties. And they say that they are the real followers of Mahavira. Then impact of Jainism. The political impact. In early stages, its success was more remarkable than the Buddhism. However, it was mainly the Kshatriyas who took this new faith. As a result, they lost their warlike instincts. What is the political impact? Okay, many Kshatriyas adopted this religion. So what did they left the skill to fight. Okay, because Kshatriyas were the people they take part in wars. They are the fighters. So it made a cause for their skill abilities. They lost their abilities of war because they followed the way of ahimsa. That's the political impact. Then social and religious impact. Jainism discarded the system of caste from the society. It removed the system of casteism and inequalities. Then language and literature. Okay, and the Jain monks, mainly their teachings they are composed in books, and mainly it was in Prakrit language, and they wrote a number of books as the Mahapurana, Kalpasutra, and Ratnamalika. Like they wrote many books. And art and architecture. The Jain temples became temples and monasteries became a true symbol of art and architecture. So you can see a picture there. You see how beautiful the picture is. So beautiful the temple is. So they all over India, there were mainly in Karnataka and some other places, Orissa, there were giant temples which say the speciality, the art and the architecture of the building methods of the giants and such structures. Okay, then decline. What is the reason for the decline of Jainism? One thing is, main thing we can say, Jainism taught the rigid, as I said, like extreme penalties. For your sin, you have to do these things. So the people were not ready to accept such extreme things. That is the one reason. Second reason, the religion did not spread to foreign countries. It did not have any missionary effort. Okay, that means the people, the Jain monks, they did not try to extend their religion into different countries. Some of the areas nearby India there was, but to the other countries, mainly missionary activities was not there. Jainism did not get royal patronage from contemporary rulers. That means after the successors of some rulers, they did not accept Jainism. Okay, only some rulers accepted, but their successors, their sons or maybe daughters, they did not accept. Then though Jainism advocated equality of men, it did not do away totality with the high and low position in society. Even though Jainism promoted equality in society, but in all sects it were not applicable. Completely it did not support the equality. During the Gupta period and in later years, Hinduism once again became popular. Because of these problems, the people became away from Jainism. So by this time, Hinduism became more popular in the society. And this was the reason why Jainism declined in the Indian society. Hope this is very clear for you. If there is any doubt, we will even clear in the class or you can comment. Okay. So next class we will discuss about Buddhism. Thank you.